Welcome to another episode of Ankle Sore and our preview of round 24. While you're watching this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Also comment down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts on our thoughts. And as always, if you're not already subscribed, please hit that like button also. So last week we sat down with Mark Bomber Thompson for an interview. It will go up on our channel midweek, and trust us, you do not want to miss this. Some very interesting insights. We had a lot of fun too.
Oh, it was great. Amazing night.
So let's get started with the first game of the final round before finals. Before we do that, what are your thoughts on this year's final series? Both of you looking forward to it?
Yeah, look, there's some interesting matchups potentially.
Yep.
And it's wide open. I know I've been going on Collingwood. I've been going on Collingwood for weeks on end.
Get to that.
But obviously there's a bit of,
So that's
injuries.
your takeout? You're looking forward to it?
I'm looking forward to it because I think Collingwood can still win it. Whether they do or not, mate, it's wide open. Carlton becomes a
What's your
contender.
takeout of the season that's gone? And
It's turned out to be a good season because Collingwood 4 weeks ago they were
Miles
gonna win
ahead.
it. There's no point.
Yep.
Now there's 5 teams that can win it.
I agree.
The top 5, any of the top 5,
that's fair
I
enough.
think can win it.
That's a fair call. That's a fair call.
And a lot depends on who plays who and where they
Yep,
play.
and we'll go into that. We'll dissect that.
You don't think Sydney can win
this
it
week and next week again?
Maybe not.
I don't think Sydney can
So
win.
Friday night, the way the AFL have set this one out, Essendon are playing Collingwood, and I'm thinking Collingwood does clearly bounce back,
It's a nothing game.
and they take top spot.
So I'm thinking they don't care.
They don't care, but Essendon wouldn't care less.
That's true.
Checked out.
Not after 130
Oh,
point
yeah,
loss.
you want to come out and have a crack. I agree with him.
See, I think we need to be more mature in this sport, right? And start going, there's no need to win this. We're first or second no matter what.
Absolutely, I totally agree
So
with you.
let's rest Pendlebury, 35 years of age. Let's
I
rest
agree.
some
Yeah,
players,
and
right?
then that means-
we're not going to lose.
But then they
We're
don't
not-
play for 2 weeks.
So what? It's a rest.
But this is where the stupid AFL put that in the book. Another stupid thing: the week off.
the week off.
What the hell is that? I was talking to Mum about it. No, all jokes aside, she goes, "Why is there a week off?" I said, "Ask them."
But
The week F would. The week F. The
week F.
South African then. The week off would stop. Tony Greig.
Tony Greig.
The weekend. The week off stops Collingwood from doing what you're saying. Oh, I'm for it.
yeah, but
that's the AFL.
hang
Don't
on,
want
but,
that.
But why not?
I
Who
agree.
cares? Haven't they earned the right to rest 9 players if they want?
They have.
Perhaps, yes.
They
They're on top
have.
of the ladder.
And
They're not going to all be late withdrawals. You've got, like,
I agree.
I don't get it.
Going on the other side of it, you've worked with Brad Scott. Would he be filthy? Like, would he want him
course
to come
he
out?
would. Any
Any
coach
coach
would.
would. But would he be taking literally?
Yeah, he'd be finishing the
He'd
season
be
off.
demanding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's not, just the Collingwood bounce back. Not because, of course, they're a bit of side, but do they really need to win this? Do they really care about it?
They do. I'll give you the opposite side of things. They've had a scratchy 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Personnel down. They're getting beaten in areas that they need to fix up. So let's as in, if I'm in the Collingwood, let's sort this. Let's sort these.
Yeah, that's fair enough
stoppages.
too.
Let's sort our defence. Let's have a crack and play.
How we
what
wanna
we're
play
gonna
in 2 weeks.
Exactly. Interesting comment during the week, which I didn't say in the last episode, that Craig McRae said that they had a 4-week block where they went hard. And I think Clarkson did that with Hawthorn, and they reckon that there was another coach that
I think Geelong did it a couple
Geelong
of
did
years
it with,
ago.
was it
yeah.
with Bomber Thompson?
No, might have been Bomber Tom. I
And
know
they have
that
a full,
Chris Scott
and
did it.
they did
yeah.
this research on German soccer,
Yeah,
whatever it was,
yeah.
and they've gone hard like a mini pre-season in rounds 15 to 19.
Really?
To get ready for finals.
To get ready, and they were tapering off, and players, and Cam Mooney came out and said, we did that at Geelong, it was Geelong.
Yeah.
And he said, I was cooked coming out to playing a game of football on the back end of that 4-week block. Is that the right way to run into the finals?
If it works,
If
yes.
it works. If it doesn't work, well, then
Yeah.
no. It's obvious. So what a stupid way to look at it, really.
Yeah.
If it works, that's great. If it doesn't, well, then it's wrong.
Well, yeah. So
6.5 dozen the other.
What are your thoughts, though?
I don't know. Does it work? I mean, I wouldn't even consider that.
I wouldn't do that.
I reckon it creates
a 10-foot pole.
No, but wouldn't it create soft tissue issues?
I don't know.
Well, if you're cooked, if you're not mentally, if you're exhausted physically and you can't get to a game, and that's why clearly Collingwood, that's part of the component of why they've
So start
fallen
resting
away.
some players.
And now they're going to rest players.
Yeah. They've done the hard work, so just rest. Have a 2-week break.
I don't know. I think they should be.
Okay. Well, okay. So do you go full out and try and win this one, which means nothing, and get more injuries.
It's not about the scoreboard.
No, I agree with him.
No.
It's about seeing, some results.
What you going to do in 2 weeks' time?
Yeah.
Because
But you can't drop 22 players.
No, it's not about dropping players.
Pendlebury, side bottom. Couple of other important players.
Sidebottom hasn't
Maynard's got
played
a sore shoulder. Rest him this week. No need to play. They're professionals,
I do
mate.
understand what you're saying.
Do you know what I mean?
do
I'm
get
not
it.
saying-
I don't know. I agree with that fully
Yeah.
because all of a sudden in 2 weeks' time, because it's not a week, it's 2 weeks. Do they come back
Okay.
underdone? If that makes sense, I don't know. I know it's 2 weeks,
exactly. But what's happened in the last 4 weeks? Essendon kick 100, which makes it the 5th consecutive team to do it. Collingwood get whacked at the stoppages, and Collingwood get whacked for scoring 4 stoppages. That's a 5-week problem now going into
But yes,
the
that's
final.
right.
Okay, so it can still be a problem either way.
So sort the problems. Sort
Look,
what the.
they
don't
can
reckon?
they should be doing that during the week too.
Yeah,
I
I
just
know.
think it's so professional that you don't need to take those chances. Your best chance of
maybe.
winning is with your
You've got to be
best
healthy, clearly.
Absolutely,
yeah.
right.
I get that.
game plan. You can work on. You've got 3 weeks to work on. Let's be honest. This week, the bye and the first week, 3 weeks of training. I think you should be able to fix that. But
And then
Anyway.
they win the first final, have another week off.
yeah,
That's 3 out of 4
yeah.
weeks.
So that's what I'm saying. You need to be healthy.
How
and-
fresh or over refreshed?
Over refresh. Too much deodorant. Too much. What do you call it? Norska.
Look, the best team will win it. That's it.
Old
It's-
Spice.
It's as simple as that. The best team
Yeah,
wins it.
I know. I don't.
So I don't know about
I'm
this one.
tipping Collingwood. I think Collingwood will bounce back.
Pies for me.
You can't pick Essendon.
Don't be silly.
I can't pick it. I'm not picking Essendon for any other reason that I want to see what happens with the. If they've got 6 or 7 outs, they have no interest in this game.
I'll be
Okay, but
I'll
right
be
now,
really
right
surprised
now,
if Collingwood
who you
did that.
tipping? Right now, who you tipping?
Oh, right now, if they play full side, Collingwood.
I'll be
but
surprised if Collingwood dropped 6 players.
I wouldn't.
Maybe
So,
2, maybe 1 or 2. But
watch your space.
Anyway, yeah, I agree.
So the Saturday MCG game, which has no bearing on the final 8, Hawthorn play Fremantle.
You'll see demolition.
Yeah, Hawthorn will
Hawthorn
win.
whack Fremantle.
Destroy them.
They will whack him, and that's the end of that.
Hawthorn style versus Fremantle style.
Yeah, I know what's going to win.
It'll be a
Playing
nice
well,
finish for the Hawks. They've had a good
they-
finish to the season.
I'm looking forward to Hawthorns next year. I reckon it's going to be exciting. I reckon they're going to play that exciting
Yep.
footy.
I don't know if they make finals. I reckon another year after that.
Well, I see.
I don't know. What do you think,
Everyone
Ian?
says in 2 years.
Don't think
Why?
they can play finals.
But the year after, look out, maybe.
Did we think Collingwood could
They
play
still need-
finals
they still need
last
to
year?
bring in-
Yeah, I don't
more
think they've got
talent.
the list of Collingwood, though.
Still got to bring a little bit more talent in.
Yeah, and they might do so.
So it's heavily reliant on that.
They still get a top 4 pick that they could trade for a very good player. Who
Oh,
knows,
yeah,
like,
and that's exactly.
there's a lot of variables. They might
Yeah.
get Darcy Parish for, Not
They
that I
could.
think they need any midfield help. They're Connor Nash, mate. We've got to speak about him.
He's
He's a good
He's 195
95 centimetres.
he's a gun.
centimetre midfielder.
He's a jeez, they're
Tough,
exciting.
too. Tough.
He's tough and all, but there's a lot of those blokes. Like I was talking about the no names in the last episode, but they've got those good B and C.
Well, even, like
names
say,
and-
Newcombe as a midfielder, spoken about him.
Yeah.
He's tough as nails.
Yeah.
Well,
Amon's come along
Very good.
nicely.
Warple's tough as nails.
Warple-
Connor Nash tough as-
Morrison's good. He's got a bit of grunt.
Yeah.
And then they've got the class of the Will Days down the back.
And,
Hardwick's tough little
Reeves
character.
is an okay ruckman.
He's okay.
He's an okay ruck.
Okay.
Hey, he's better than 3 or 4 that I could name.
Right? I know you got. Let's not mention them.
Anyway,
Yeah, a nothing game. I reckon the
Hawthorn.
Hawks
Let's
win
get this
easily.
next
Easy.
game up.
I reckon
I
the
think
Hawks
the
win.
Hawks. Yeah. Yep. So we're at Blundstone at 1:45 at the same time. North Melbourne playing to lose for the first pick. Play Gold Coast.
if they
Do not stuff this up north.
go out and win this game,
Don't stuff
they
it.
can go to Hull. You know Hull in England? Not Hull.
why
Hull.
Hull?
Hull, because I don't want to say Hull. Hull.
You just did.
Please
Okay.
lose.
This comes down to again professionalism. Lose
Yeah.
this game. There's ways to lose it.
Surely, yeah, rest players.
There's ways. Well, not just that.
They
Just,
were saying LDU comes back this week.
Play Sheasel at full forward.
You
Is that
don't
what
play.
you're saying?
No. Don't play LDU this
yeah,
week.
you're
That's
not playing,
true.
mate.
Don't.
You're
You're
on
not
ice
playing, mate.
till
You're done.
next year.
Season's done.
That's true.
Sheasel, you have a rest, mate. You've had a long season.
What's Gold Coast going to do though?
They'll
Last
win-
round of the year, going to Tasmania.
Oh, they'll whack North
Yeah,
and
but
get excited for next year.
They should win. Their coach said we want to be the first Gold Coast team to win 10 games. No, they've never.
and it'll
won
be
10
his last game as coach too.
What do they won? 9?
9, yeah. That's their highest.
Because King won't. Obviously, we know that.
We don't know that.
no
You don't know
chance.
that.
You don't reckon?
Oh, you reckon
Hardwick-
he's going back to writing books?
Yeah, he has to. He's best-selling
Hardwick's
novels.
the coach, mate.
That's not signed, is it?
It's signed. It'll be out tomorrow.
So dead
Really?
set, lay down misère.
Yeah. Monday you'll see.
Yeah, well, then in that case, of course, he's.
Yeah. No. Yeah, you're right. Don't
Who's your
stuff
tip?
this
Who's
up.
your tip? You're tipping North, aren't you?
No, they can't win.
Hope not.
No. Don't worry about what we're thinking. Who wins this game?
I'm scared for North. Yeah.
North. Because they're athletes and they'll go out and play to win. And they'll stuff it up.
Well, the club needs to step in and go.
You know what?
You need to have a rest this week, Taryn. You need to have a rest.
I agree.
Nick Larkey will put you on ice.
He's got to be a little bit careful because then you can get. The AFL will be all over them like hawks
So-
as far as
so-
taking.
Yeah.
Really?
He's right.
So
I
Nick
think
Larkey's
so.
played 23 games. You can't miss one game,
You can do list matter. You can do resting.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess. Yeah.
mate.
they can't do
do
anything
it all
about that.
year.
They can't do anything about that.
No, they
So
can't.
can't
Well,
you
what are they going to
rest four
say?
players?
You're resting Lucky. Why? He's played 22 straight games.
I'll tell you what I'd be doing.
Yeah, but it's the last round of the year. This is my answer back to you. I'm not saying this is my answer.
Yeah, go.
But this would be the other side of the. That'd go, well, but he doesn't play after next week. So why are you resting him?
Yeah, you got to have a
Can
good
he play the
comeback.
last game?
You got to have
Why
a
can't he
comeback.
play the last game?
gotta have a
so
comeback.
that's where the club comes back and say, we're not playing Ben Mackay because if he gets injured, we can't trade him. If he gets a bad injury, we can't trade him.
Fair enough.
Nick Larkey, if anyone does their knee in round 24, they're out for next year.
Good point.
She's
The
finished.
doctor would. Then they've got to ask the doctor and they've got to get medical clearance. It's just a
No,
mess.
they don't.
They can
There's
just-
no rules, mate.
For
Of
Lucky.
course, there's rules.
No. The rule came in a week. They're not involved in the finals. It's got
Sore
nothing
calf,
to do
mate,
with
Lucky. Calf,
True.
sore, whatever.
True.
It's
Anyway,
they should rest 22
Anyway,
players.
Tip.
Blake
North
Drew should
Melbourne.
be captain.
Tip.
I feel sorry for you too, but North Melbourne.
I think Gold Coast wins because North just don't know how to win. That's it.
that's a fair point.
North don't know how to win this year.
So
Don't
Gold
stuff it
Coast.
up.
Yeah,
North.
Gold Coast will win the game.
Okay.
Don't stuff
And
it
it's
up.
got nothing to do with what I want. I think they'll win.
Twilight game at the GABBA, 4:35. Brisbane St Kilda in a big bearing on the finals.
Oh, it's not even a contest. They haven't lost this year.
They won't lose.
They
No,
won't-
Brisbane wins that
They're
game. Don't worry.
10-10 from the GABBA.
Yep.
But let me say, Ross Lyon will do this because
He'll
they
try.
skate. He will play. How many on the ground? 18. There'll be 19 back.
He'll try. They'll
Well-
kill him. Brisbane will smash him.
St Kilda need to. They'll
No, they
finish
don't need to win.
sixth. They don't need to win because they'll still host a final. They should win because they want to play the 8th side and not Sydney,
Sydney's dangerous. I'm just
who will
gonna-
probably finish
Cal-
7th.
The Carlton win doesn't
Relying
matter.
on
Oh,
Carlton
I
winning.
just-
They
I
won't
just-
beat Brisbane at the GABBA.
No, I don't think so. Either.
I
I
don't
reckon
think
Ross
so.
Lyon should be saying, let's be competitive. This is a really good test against the top 4 side. Brisbane need to win to conceive it to possibly finish top. Is that right? Percentage
Brisbane?
is close, yeah.
They could finish top,
If
but
Collingwood
top
fall
2.
over?
It's only those two,
Doesn't
right?
matter, though, yeah.
I don't think it matters that much, but it's just, again, St Kilda don't need to win. And that's it. Like, rest your players. You're playing finals. Like,
I know.
Ross Lyon's too competitive.
yeah,
Don't you
but
agree?
that's stupid.
I'm just telling
Okay,
you.
again. So, if 4 of their best players get injured, they've got no chance in the first week. Of the
No, I
finals.
agree with
Zero.
that.
Good point.
But you can't. Can you play with that
If
mindset?
Elphingston, Cunningham, and Trevor Barker fall over, then they're gone for the finals.
What about Greg Burns?
And Greg Burns.
What about Bill
4
Mildenhall?
key.
Billy Mildenhall, the NBL ref. He
There was
went
a-
on to
there
ref.
you go.
There's another one there.
Nah, look, I think I'm with him. I think Brisbane win comfortably, to be honest.
Maybe I'll just watch NBA too much, but anyway.
Brisbane
I think
win.
Brisbane wins.
Brisbane, yep.
Saturday night, this is an interesting one. Geelong, obviously no bearing, but they play Western Bulldogs at Geelong.
This is the most interesting game of the weekend because
I'm working
this
it
sets
too.
up. Oh, there you go.
Fantastic.
This sets up the finals. If Western
Coast.
Bulldogs lose, they're out. That's it. Simple as that.
Yeah, that's right.
Doesn't set up
Yep.
the
Yep.
But the final eight's
Yep,
finished
you're right.
after this game.
They
if
shut
lose.
themselves
So
in the
10-18 on Saturday night, the 8's done, as far as the number,
Yeah.
the team's in.
They shot
Pretty
themselves
much,
in the
if
foot
they
so
lose.
bad.
Did they, V?
The Dogs.
Did they? Had they won today, they would have been in 8th, not 9th.
Yeah.
They win next week and the other teams win above, they finish 8th.
Yeah.
So did it hurt them that much?
Well,
They
yeah.
win Saturday night, they still finish 8th.
Well, they've got to beat Geelong down.
Yeah, well, now the
Geelong where
pressure's
they
on.
don't-
They
lose.
now need to win,
Yeah.
but in the overall scheme of if they win and finish 8th, in the end, that West Coast loss didn't mean anything because they're always going to finish 8th because the other teams above them
No,
are
I
gonna
know
win.
what you're saying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
They just had to do it the hard way.
I do
Yeah.
think Geelong will win.
I thought about this a little bit.
Bulldogs
today.
showed me today that today was their game where you just go, right, let's seal it. And they couldn't get over the line against West Coast.
And are you saying one of you blokes said about the game before? Does Geelong last home game
they'll
Everything to
want to
play
win.
for.
But
Let's
Tom,
finish the
they'll have a
season
crack,
off.
mate.
but,
They'll
but
have a
again,
crack.
Tom
They'll have-
Liberatore back. There's 5 goals plus for Bulldogs right there. And your analogy about Geelong's midfield, they're
Yeah,
horrendous.
you're right.
No, I agree.
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe
It's a tough game, but,
Yeah, you're right.
down there, they cheat down there.
That's right. Well,
cheating.
As we had our guest Bomber, what did he say about what he used to do with opposition
advantage. He
sides?
said
It's an
He used to make
advantage.
them go as wide as they could,
He
mate.
used to
and every
giggle
time-
when they were kicking it on the full.
Correct.
Exactly. Push him out wide, he said.
So Cameron and Hawkins, Dogs' defence is a little bit suspect there.
Very
Yeah,
suspect.
that's why. Actually, I'm about to say that's why I'm actually thinking Geelong wins.
Could be tight.
They'll kick a few goals.
It's going to be an interesting game.
Could be tight.
Let's just go.
Yeah.
I reckon Geelong just
I
goes
think
down
the
there.
Dogs,
Geelong for me.
I hope the Dogs, because then sets up the last game of the round.
it does, yeah.
So I hope the Dogs for the scheme of the final.
So the Dogs need to win to make it.
basically, yes.
End of story.
End of story.
And they dislodge GWS.
Yes.
Correct.
That will actually. But if GWS beat Carlton, Dogs stay out.
That's right.
Yeah, that's why I said
Yeah.
I want the Dogs to win.
That's what he said before.
West Coast,
Exactly.
West Coast Adelaide at Optus Stadium, the
Waste
Saturday
of
night game.
Waste
Next.
of time.
Yeah, well, it has no bearing.
Adelaide will win. comfortably.
They'll win. They'll
Better.
win, mate. They just
And
will.
that's it.
At Optus Stadium,
Yeah, I think so.
coming off a big loss as far as mental.
Nah.
The Eagles competitive. Doesn't matter.
They've lost by under a goal 2 weeks in a row.
I know.
Against
Yeah.
2 very good
Doesn't
sides.
matter.
Adelaide for me.
Yeah, easily. Nah, they'll
Not
win.
as much of a blowout as you probably think.
No.
it will be.
Probably
When
not.
I say
but they win the
easily,
game.
5 goals, 4
Yeah, they
goals,
win
5
the
goals
game
comfortably.
comfortably.
Yeah.
West Coast, they'll have a crack for Simo's last game. I'm forecasting.
Big call. Anyway,
It's not that big a call, is it?
Sunday at 12:30. I love
12:30.
I love it.
Oh.
I love the breakdown of the 3 games on the Sunday.
Pity they
Haven't
can't do it
been-
all year.
Haven't been able to do it all year, but they can do it on the last round of the year. So at 12:30, Port Adelaide's playing Richmond at Adelaide Oval. Port Adelaide, almost a dead rubber for them.
Just about.
If Brisbane win, yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So again,
So Port Adelaide are looking at playing Brisbane at the GABBA.
yeah,
Realistically.
first,
interesting.
that's going to be a
That's
ripper.
interesting.
Yeah.
That's a ripper.
And we think that Port will beat Richmond no problem.
Yeah, I think so.
Again,
They need,
again.
it's almost a dead rubber. So
Exactly. Again, my
So
analogy.
you think that's going to go out and go here, Richmond? I'm just saying.
no,
but
you know my theory. What I said
Rosie and
about
Butters don't
Collingwood.
play.
Yep.
I told
well,
you
if Butters and Rosie don't play and Margarine doesn't play, yes.
before I jumped on the Carlton bandwagon.
Not
before,
Not Alex.
No, Lex.
before I jumped on the
Lampard.
Carlton bandwagon,
Best Western Star. I don't know. I had to say that.
What about Rita the Eater Reader?
But we want Rita the Eater Eater. You want Eater 5-star. Ripper, Rita.
Eater. They still have Eater.
I don't know. Would you eat her?
Caminiti. He likes that.
Yeah, they're related. Next.
Anyway, give me another one. We've got another one.
No, there's no more.
The olive one. There's the olive one.
I don't know what that's called.
Anyway,
let's move on to the next game.
so 3:20 at the SCG. So that game rolls straight into this one. Sydney versus Melbourne. Big.
Interesting to say the least.
Sydney can beat Melbourne.
Yeah, they can.
Who cares? It's a nothing game.
Why?
Melbourne finished 3rd or 4th. That's it.
They do. No. Melbourne want to lose this
Why is that?
because they finish 4th and play Collingwood at the G instead of winning. And if Port lose, Melbourne go to 3rd.
If they're
then Melbourne are
professional.
going to the GABBA.
If they think like professionals, these AFL coaches these days.
Oh, do you reckon? Of course they do.
Actually, if Melbourne lose, they can still finish 3rd. It doesn't matter for Melbourne. Win or lose, they can finish
So I said,
4th.
another nothing game. They felt
so
stuffed
maybe he's
this up.
right. Maybe he's right.
How have they stuffed it up?
Well, they did this fixture 3 weeks ago. Why not do the last fixture after this
Last
weekend?
fixture, the last round.
The last round.
Flights, accommodation.
Who do you think wins?
Supporters carrying on.
Oh,
I
so
don't know when my
amateur-
team's
amateur
playing.
football league.
You're right.
Let's be honest, mate.
If you're a Melbourne
we,
supporter,
we don't live in Europe. We're in Australia. There's 5... No, let's be... The 3 states that we play in. Come on.
if you're a
Flights.
Melbourne supporter,
Buy a plane, AFL. You make enough money. Buy a plane. You're going there. Okay, use our plane. That's
Yeah,
it.
I know.
Yeah, that's fair.
there was a lot of supporters that carried on. Oh, it's too late. I can't get
Yeah,
tickets.
yeah.
You know
Sorry,
what?
mate, you're not going
that
then.
Sydney-Melbourne game was fixtured at the SCG in October last year by the kids in Canada.
Canada, yeah. Toronto or Montreal?
I reckon Toronto.
Toronto, you reckon?
Yeah, that's the business hub.
Toronto, yeah.
I think we'll play Sydney,
Could
Melbourne.
have been Vancouver.
Ooh,
Vancouver University
cool.
could have been.
The Canucks.
You knew from October last year your team was either going to be playing in Sydney, Friday night, Saturday or Sunday. What? So you're not going to be in Sydney on the Saturday?
Yeah, true. That's true.
That's true. He's
You're
got
not
a
going
point.
to fly in on the Friday night.
Have a long weekend, yeah. So my point,
So
AFL, you can do whatever you want.
Who do you think wins anyway, boy?
I think Sydney can win at Sydney.
Same here.
Sydney.
So do I. I do too.
Yeah, Sydney. All for nothing, but anyway.
Oh, for nothing. 6-10. Don't you love it? 6-10. So the
the
second
last game.
game
Yep.
rolls into the third game.
Geez,
Pretty
that's
easy.
it's not very hard, is it?
Carlton play GWS.
Where's that at? Marvel.
That's at Marvel. Carlton, again, probably need to win. Just to consolidate there, because they're on 52.
Last game of the round.
54,
Depends
sorry.
what happens. See, here's my theory. Carlton don't need anything. If St Kilda lose, Carlton finish fifth. That's it. What's
That's
the
it.
point in winning?
But Carlton can't go out of the 8, right?
Of course not, no.
No, they can't.
Yeah, no,
they
they
can't
can't.
finish lower than sixth.
They're going to host a final.
Fifth or sixth.
It
That's
doesn't matter then, mate. This is a nothing game.
So they're on 50. So it's
Oh, no, it's not a nothing game.
And they-
GWS need to win.
Well, they
Yeah,
do, but
but
then
the
again, it
Carlton need
doesn't
to win.
matter.
No, that's what I mean.
Because if Geelong beat the Dogs the night before, GWS
Gone.
doesn't. No, they're in.
So
Oh,
can
because the
they?
dogs are out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
So can they just both forfeit? Just say, let's just-
Forfeit.
Jeez, it's like the North game a few weeks ago. Wanted to forfeit.
We've had a few forfeits
Yeah,
this
we had
year.
a few forfeits.
It
Cost
should
So-
be a forfeit.
Realistically,
If the Dogs lose, this should be a forfeit game. It's
Well, it's a-
useless.
it's a dead rubber.
rubber. Literally. So Charlie Kurt, this is where you rest
Shirley,
22. If,
surely.
if you're Carlton, you rest 22. I ain't care what anyone says.
So no one's going to play this round.
No.
Everyone's resting.
Hey, the AFL made the fixture, not me.
Two buys down to win.
It's not about
Hey,
the
I
fixture.
thought-
I thought it's not about the fixture.
Why not?
Well, why are you blaming the fixture on
Because they thought
teams
that this game would have bearing, and
Well,
it still might.
But what they're saying is
that
that
game was
yeah.
fixtured in October?
So all year.
what are you getting at?
So all year. Let me just paint a picture for you.
As Shane Healy.
As Shane Healy used to
He's
say.
on the half-forward flank, Richmond supporters.
Why aren't Geelong, Bulldogs, Carlton, GWS, and another game playing at the same time?
Same time.
Yeah. So they're
Well,
not
the
dead.
AFL wouldn't want that.
No, but well, they play two
Yeah.
on Sunday and two on Saturday night at the same time.
Yeah.
Every week throughout the year, right?
That's true.
So one more, again, your analogy, last round. You can do it for the last round.
Yeah.
Do it for the last round. The 6 teams in contention,
Yeah.
play them all at the same time. So there's no dead rubbers. So
yours-
you don't know. So
You got a point.
Carlton know their fate, and so the GWS before this game, right?
They do.
That's
They
right.
do.
So you're giving Carlton and GWS an out to rest players.
Yep.
But you don't want them to rest players. This is the AFL.
But that's why they're
right?
doing what they do, isn't it, Ange?
That's right.
What? Who?
Explain it.
Oh, no, it's probably
No,
the
it's
other way
counter.
around.
The other way
Exactly,
around,
that's
The other
my
way
point.
around. He's
So the
right.
AFL
Sorry, I
saying,
made it.
when
The other way
The
around.
AFL saying, we don't want you to rest players, but we'll play you last game of the round with no bearing. That's stupid. How about the 6 teams vying for, right? Not the top 4. We knew 3 weeks ago the top 4 were pretty much going to be a top 4. So all the others,
I get it.
play them at the same
So you're
time,
saying Geelong,
once.
Western Bulldogs should be on a Sunday at the same time?
oh, whatever.
Up against Carlton.
Doesn't matter about what day. It's
Well,
all
I get that
3
theory,
at the
but
same
if
time.
St Kilda knock over Brisbane and the Dogs beat Geelong, then this game is alive.
Yeah, that's right.
You're missing
Alive
what
and
I'm saying.
kicking, mate.
I know. I totally get what
I
you're
don't care
saying.
about the top 4 and Brisbane. I'm talking
I'm
about...
talking about final places and home finals here.
So-
If Sydney knock over Melbourne and St Kilda beat Brisbane, Carlton's could fall to an away final because Sydney will go to 56 points. St Kilda will go to 56 points. No, you don't.
yeah, and see why last night's decision against Adelaide is so important.
Yeah, but that's another. This is another story now. We're going off another tangent.
Hey,
here.
ultimately, Melbourne should have beaten
I'm just talking about
Carlton
last
last
night.
week.
Talking in
And ultimately-
Carlton would have been in 7th spot.
but I said they were very lucky.
Melbourne would have been.
That's another reason why Carlton can win the flag because
I
they've
might
been
have
a bit lucky.
I
the
might have
last
stuffed
couple
up that
weeks.
Sydney theory, but
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll
might
check
have.
that. But
I'm sure someone will.
so honestly, I don't know who wins this game. Like again, I don't know. Like
Carlton for me, just because it's at home.
Oh, Carlton, no brainer. The only way GWS can play finals is if the Dogs lose. For me, because I don't think they can beat Carlton.
No, I don't think they can either.
Could you imagine Carlton, Marvel Stadium, 45,000 Carlton supporters.
in a dead rubber. So after saying
Absolutely.
Yeah, he doesn't understand what their mentality is. Do you?
Absolutely. Carlton
They don't
will be in
understand
raptures.
sport.
But do you agree? They'll be in
understand
raptures.
sport.
I
She's
get what you're
wrapped.
saying.
So Carlton's fifth. So say Kilda lose.
He's the only Carlton supporter that'll be like this on Sunday night.
Yeah, they're all going.
Even though they've won.
Yeah.
So St Kilda's lost. Carlton are fifth. Can't go anywhere, right? St Kilda's lost. Sydney's lost, right? Can't go anywhere, Carlton, right?
Yeah.
So they're gonna roll out Charlie, and he goes up for a
Who's
big
Charlie?
mark to try and win a game that
Yeah.
means nothing, and does his knee.
But he could have done it today.
That's right.
Or yesterday.
No,
Yeah, but yesterday counted. This does not count.
I know what you're saying. 3/4 time that in
I'm
the
sick
grand
of this
final they're
sport.
going to be 6 goals up, 10 goals up. He's like, no, it's a dead rubber this last quarter. I wanted
it's
a close
not.
grand final.
All right,
I want a nice.
I'm speaking logically because it's stupid.
You are speaking in
Logically,
But you know what?
world sport tongue.
Yeah. I guarantee they don't think that way. These here. They
Yeah,
don't think
and
that
they
way.
should start because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Okay, hang
Agree,
on.
but that ain't happening, right? So you have. That's what's going to happen.
You think it's not happening? You watch this week.
Oh,
how
I'd
many
love to
times that
see.
happened? I would love to see it. I would love to see this sport take a step, another step.
I've got no problem with it.
Yeah. no,
Okay, so I'll say something to
But
you.
what I'm saying is it's unrealistic. It won't happen. I've
No,
got no
it's
problem.
very realistic.
Carlton
They've got
will
sports
not weigh
scientists
down.
in.
I get that.
I'm
I
not
get
talking
that.
about like you're
talking about.
missing what I'm saying. If you play Ed Kernow and
Yeah.
play all these 18 players in the VFL,
Yeah.
they'll try their guts out.
Yep.
Charlie Kernow, you go eat the pie up in the super box there.
Got it.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I agree. I am getting your point.
I know what you're gonna say,
What
Kim.
I'm saying is it won't happen. I agree.
Okay.
I understand what you're saying.
Well, then these clowns,
I'm
someone
telling you, Charlie Curnow will line up at centre half forward and
whatever.
Harry Mackay
in a nothing game.
in a nothing
Okay.
game, I'll guarantee you.
Michael Voss, if this is a nothing game and one of those two get injured, look out. I'm coming for
Well,
you.
you think Carlton's the only team that's ever gone through that?
No.
No,
I'm
but-
talking about 2023. Don't worry about 1982.
Talking about last year.
And we should be more advanced.
Okay. How many members they got? About.
I don't know,
Let's throw up a figure.
70, 80,000.
Okay. I'll guarantee you, when 80% of those will be at the go that go on that game, and you'll agree with this, will not want to see Carlton lose, and you know that.
Is it called the Carlton Football Club? So if us three put on the Carlton Guernsey, they cheer for us too. It doesn't matter who pulls on the Guernsey.
Yeah, I
Vito.
know, but do you know what I'm saying, Ange?
Do you want North to win or lose?
Yeah, lose.
Why? That's unprofessional. Don't you want to build a winning
Yeah, but
culture?
we're not saying no, he's not.
You understand what I'm saying?
But he's not disagreeing with you.
I'm not disagreeing
No, but
with
you are.
No, I'm not.
He's
disagreeing.
not.
I'm not.
I don't care if they want a victory. I don't care what they want.
Yeah, but that's
It's
why
about the
they
bigger
look at it.
picture.
But that's how they look at it. Am I right, Ange?
100%.
So when the coach turns around in his press conferences and said, "Our job's not done yet," do you think he's talking about
That's
GWS or do you think
That's
he's talking
internally.
about? No. He said it in the press conference, so everyone knows.
Yeah.
He says the job isn't done yet. What does that mean? That
Well,
means
they-
we're trying to win a premiership.
Of course
clearly.
they are.
Okay, don't think
So
You can't
Fuck
wrap them in cotton wool and put them in brown paper bags. And,
Absolutely.
sorry, we can't show
I'll put them
you
in the
show.
hyperbaric chamber.
Yeah,
We
because
can't put you in a showpiece.
They're all dentists. You can't look.
Yeah. We'll just wait till grand final day. You can't do
No, that's
that.
first final, mate.
It is a marathon. You play every game of footy. I get it, but
Sevens marathon midnight it starts
Yeah.
until 9 in the morning.
Next week's episode is going to be very contentious when we do the review of round
Anyway,
24.
I think Carlton wins.
so you'd prefer? I'm going to go back on this. It's
Again?
a
Oh,
bugbear.
Carlton Club Corner?
Carlton Club Corner. Get it up.
my
Get
Lord.
it up.
That-
So I'm just trying to understand this like I'm an 8-year-old. You want to rest the players,
Absolutely.
lose momentum. There's already a week off, which is the purpose
yeah,
of resting
that's
players. Because we're talking about this competition. We're not talking about
Go for it.
and then
I have a rebuttal.
and
2
then
weeks
you
can
lose.
cost you. 2 weeks off can cost you momentum. Do you agree?
That's the whole purpose of the week off.
yeah, because they're trying to,
To stop
what you're
people,
saying.
not people like you.
Well,
People like you to stop coaches thinking like you're thinking.
Okay.
And I get it.
So
I get it.
Are they going to train?
that gonna happen?
Or do you think they're just going to go and play different
They
sport
will
for
be
2 weeks?
they will be playing.
Professional sportsmen.
They're not a light switch. It's not Nintendo.
Paddy Dow-
We're not playing PlayStation.
Paddy Dow, you are required to play. Charlie Curnow, you are not required to play.
Interesting. We could go on all
We can
night.
go on all night.
No, we're not
and
going
I will. That'll do for that one.
There you have it, our final preview of the home and away season. We're done. That's the last preview. Let us know in the comments who you think might win this week, and we'll see you on the next one.